Yay! I find it annoying when content creators are like, I'm done with Nintendo, and then they're like, I'm not getting the Switch 2, and then they end up going it day one. Honestly, Dylan, I'm not annoyed when people do that. I just think that it's very hypocritical, which, you know, for good reason. It's a very hypocritical thing to do. Now, I have been saying this whole time that I don't care for the Nintendo Switch 2, and the only reason that I would buy it is if there's a game that warrants buying it. Even then, it would really have to be the right game in order to do it. It's like Smash Brothers with Dante, like maybe a Bayonetta 4, or like some exclusive, it has to be some exclusive action game that I'm really looking forward to actually playing to warrant the cost of buying a Switch 2. Otherwise, I just don't care. So you know, like that's really all there is to it in that capacity. But I'm also, I mean, I've been vocal about being anti-Nintendo for the longest time, and I don't think that anyone would be really surprised to hear me say that. I just, you know, I don't like their practices. I don't like what they're doing with the $80, $90 game stuff, and it's like, you know, people who are like, oh, this is stupid, and then buy it, and then they cave into the like the $80, $90 price tag. Like, I think that's stupid. And I get that like people got to make their living with like the content creators and whatever, and it's like, I'd like to try to find other ways to you know, just like get the game. But like, that's why I would buy used at that point. And I get that you can't buy a used Switch game or Switch 2 game, especially right now, but it's like right now the only Switch 2 exclusive is the Mario Kart game, right? And that's it. But, you know, just, do you feel indifferent that you're anti-Nintendo? I mean, I feel indifferent, I guess. It's just, it really is just an indifference of like, I never liked what they did with the Smash stuff, especially with Melee. I don't like what they were doing with the whole price. Like, I don't like the prices on what they were doing with like the console and the accessories and whatever. And then the $80, $90 price tag for the video games. I just don't like that shit. So that's why I'm like, hey, I'm not buying it. So, and the same thing can kind of be said for pretty much any $70 game. Like, and I will buy a $70 game if I really have to. But typically when I do, I go to one of the local game stores that I have that I support. It's not like a GameStop. It's not like it's like one of those, like, I don't want to say ma and pa video game stores, but it really is like a ma and pa video game store. Like, it's not a big business video game store. And if I ever need to buy a video game that is like $70, I will typically go to them, because at least they will get a cut of it, right? So like I did that for Spider-Man. I did that for Final Fantasy. Like those games, like the games that I really wanted to play that were $70, I go to them because at least they're gonna get a benefit of it. Yeah, if the Ultimate Life Form and or the Legendary Devil Hunter will be in Smash, that's why I would buy it for sure. Also, what's up, Bacon? How you doing? I'm a Switch gamer, but I'm not going to be getting the Switch 2. I'll probably wait until later on. Yeah, like, that's kind of me with the Switch right now, is there's no reason for me to pick up a Switch, so why should I pick up a Switch? I bought a PS5 day one because of DMC5. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. And actually, it was very beneficial for my channel growth at the time, because I was one of the only content creators who was like a DMC content creator who was able to get a PS5 and actually make content about DMC5 Special Edition. Like, it was me, it was Cosmic, and I think that was it. I think we were the only two that got a PS5 right away and were able to play it. I think RK maybe at the time as well, but I can't remember that well. But it was I know for a fact it was me and Cosmic and I, excuse me. All right, we're almost there. See, this is Max's thumbnail in the corner. You can see it right there. I wish that I edited my thumbnail a little bit. New console for a Devil May Cry game is definitely worth it. Exactly. Specifically because it was Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. And we got to play as Virgil in Turbo Mode and whatever. But yeah, that was one of my favorite streams that I ever did. And it was also one of my most successful streams too. Where's your motivation to make a new thumbnail? I mean, I'm not going to do it now. I just have like a list of like reaction images for the live thumbnails, and that's just kind of what I rotate through, just because if I got to make something fast, I just have it on standby. Is Shadow being hung from the chair a recurring thing? It's probably going to be a recurring thing. All right, so actually before we get started, so now that I have gathered all of you here, I have a very important announcement. You see this guy over here? You see him? This is Shadow the Hedgehog, right? And Geoff, so help me God, if you fucking show a Death Stranding 2 trailer at Summer Game Fest and it lasts more than 5 minutes, he gets it. Do you hear me? Do you hear me right now? Look me in the face right now, Geoff. Look me in the face. Hold on. Before we get started, this is very important. I want you to look into my eyes. I want you to look into my eyes. And I want you to know that I'm being serious when I say that Shadow the Hedgehog will get it if I see 5 minutes of Death Stranding. All right. I believe there was a violence warning and an epilepsy warning, but I barely saw it.
The creator of the Game Awards, Geoff Keighley.
Oh, we should have done a Summer Game Fest bingo. That would have been fun. I should have thought of that.
I love the energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines...
Oh my God, get off your phone, you nerds.
Joining us and giving us your time.
Jesus.
And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date, and he hopes I don't disappoint him.
Dante.
We're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead.
Devil May Cry 6 confirmed?
We're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements.
Okay, I don't think that we're going to get... I think we're going to get a Marvel Rivals trailer. I don't think we're going to get Marvel Tokon stuff. Although I will be really upset if it's just the same trailer.
According to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly...
Yeah, DMC 1 remake, DMC 6, DMC 3 remake, DMC confirmed.
...is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie...
If we got a trailer for Netflix Devil May Cry Season 2 already, that would be very interesting. I don't think that would happen.
Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental...
How much do you think Geoff's shoes... Is it Geoff or Geoff? I think it's Geoff.
All from a team of under 30 developers.
How much do you think Geoff's shoes cost?
Away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear.
We not getting any DMC. Random anything can happen today.
Increasingly emerge from outside the traditional
Gotcha.
system.
See, I know somebody who has it spelled that way, but their name is Geoff. That's why I always get confused.
Double from 2020. The challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long.
So I think my biggest thing is that I would like to see Wolverine, but I feel like if they had news for Wolverine, they would do it for a PlayStation showcase.
This show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom,
I also wish Spider-Man 2 got DLC.
Can achieve.
But I also wish Spider-Man 2 got more dev time to make the game better. No, we're not getting Spider-Man 2 DLC. We're never getting it. The game is done, for sure. Huh? Okay. Is this another one of those small development team? This is our first game, but it's just a Soulsborne. Oh my god. Yeah, the music does hit, actually. I do remember Mortal Shell, yeah.
They'll worship you until you fail. Then what?
I threw a rock at him! But it was a big rock. Honestly, if this game had music like this in the actual game. Also, I saw that parry into the riposte. Wow. Mortal Shell 2.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones.
I heard that Yakuza was coming
and ready to decimate
very
the Battle
soon.
Royale Island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look at what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
I don't understand why we can't see Wolverine yet. It's because they're still working on it, you silly Billy. Honestly, if it takes them as long as it does in order to actually really polish the game and not have another Spider-Man 2 situation, I am happy waiting another like 10 years for it.
Think I saw Jonesy. All right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
I'm being serious, chat. I'm being serious.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest.
Get the stopwatch ready.
For DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What
If it's more than 5 minutes long, Shadow the Hedgehog gets it.
まあ DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆
DS1.
さん、まあ、コロナを体験したと思う
Everyone
ので、
experienced
コ
the
ロナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection.
まあ、考えていただきたい
Also,
We-
is that actually the title of Death Stranding 2?
When you play this game.
Death Stranding 2 on the beach?
Talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared
For 7 minutes specifically.
for SGF.
Oh,
Take a look at this.
ready?
はい、
Ready? Now. It hasn't been 10 minutes and Kojima's already here. Nomad, have you seen what we're talking about with Shadow the Hedgehog? Did you just join in? If this goes on for more than 5 minutes, Shadow the Hedgehog gets it.
Welcome. Have a seat.
I love your suit ranking videos. They're pretty cool. I appreciate that.
Over
I
here.
actually have another ranking video coming out tomorrow. Let's show this epic gameplay of Death Stranding 2 when it's literally a guy sitting in an office interview.
No smoking, please. So you're Neil Varner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? For a living?
It's been 1 minute
I'm a
already.
porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil,
I love this. I love this actually. I don't even care about what I'm watching right now, but just seeing you guys so concerned about Shadow's safety.
so you made it then.
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
What am I watching right now? Oh, I swear to God. It's gonna be 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
You're alive.
Kojima's vision. Oh, Melody, you were right on time. We have about 2.5 minutes until Shadow the Hedgehog gets executed live on stream. Oh my God!
Mystery.
It was only 2 minutes and 38 seconds long.
First glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
まあ DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character.
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で、
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えません
I
けど。
can't really
I'll resume it
spoilers.
because they are still going.
You saw the cancer mark on both of their hands
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection.
く関わってきます。
and reveals.
Although I did say that it had to be a trailer.
And last time on DS1,
So-
we have Cliff, who was played by Max. And of course, by story, he will not be in
今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのが
But this
No, it doesn't count, but I'm gonna time it anyways just to
playing like
see.
the role that Max
We
did.
stopped at it was the 2.5 minute mark.
すごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
これを超えるようなキャラク
but
タ
I
ーを作ろう
think
として、まあルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て
like top that character. So Luca Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常に
and I
心
think
に残る演技もして
it
いた
was
だい
great.
た
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
あの
Neil,
もう
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで、
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more
How
to
much-
share, and you won't
What?
have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing.
Oh my God.
Demo of the game, live gameplay demo.
So they have a whole ass presentation on it.
And let's just say,
Also,
this is not the last
Zach, you missed Death Stranding too.
ニールのゲームプレイシーン
Shadow the Hedgehog lives because the trailer was only 2.5 minutes.
So hope you enjoy, will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima.
All right.
Thank you.
So from the time that the trailer started until now, I'll give it another 15 seconds or so. It was 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast.
Congratulations, Shadow the Hedgehog. You get to live another day. Yay! He's napping. Oh, whoops, wrong screen.
Thanks, Geoff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Have you noticed that most of the AAA games are based in Japan? Yeah, like especially the Dark Souls type gameplay. Although that was over the past couple of years, I've noticed there's more of that character action-y genre starting to pull through now, which is nice.
I saw no war.
The translator is kind of rude, just talking over Kojima. Well, I mean, he has to translate, because if he waits until the very end, that's like a whole series of sentences he has to translate. He has to remember.
I became like them.
I did see that on the Switch 2, Bayonetta 3 actually runs at 60 FPS, and that is wonderful. I'm not getting a Switch 2 because of it, but that's cool. I also saw that in Smash Ultimate, the alternate costumes will actually load in on the character select screen, and sometimes the fight loads in so fast that it completely misses the character loading screen. So that's kind of cool. Translators have to be prepared for that. That is true. However, if you think about it though, Nomad, they would have went over my 5-minute timer, and Shadow the Hedgehog would have been thrown out the window. So I think they knew what I was doing, and to save time, that's why they did it. By the way, do I need to turn this up at all, or is the volume fine?
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world.
See, it's not what Shadow did to me. It's what it's what Hideo Kojima does to me every time I watch a Death Stranding trailer.
Worlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, guys. I am fucking pissed that this got leaked. If what I think is gonna be showcased, I'm fucking pissed that it got leaked. Get a load of this. He just T-posed. Also, the rider board is so cool. It's so nice to see the rider board back. Yo, Echo, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. I appreciate you. Hatsune Miku? I didn't know you were in the... What? Wait a minute. Kasuga Ichimon's in the game. Dragon card is real. Oh my god, Joker. You weren't the guest characters that I was expecting. That I wasn't expecting to see Joker, Ichiban, and Hatsune Miku in here. Oh my god, they didn't reveal...
but that
They
is
didn't
not
even
all.
show the one that I thought they were gonna show.
Behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Oh, that's rad.
I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing.
Dog, I was ready to be like, yeah, I knew that this was coming, but like, no, there was a big ass leak on Twitter that showed some insane crossovers, and it wasn't any of the ones that were shown.
Which you can warp in the race.
That's actually nuts.
Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Yo, let's go. Yeah, take a jab at Nintendo. I love it.
Across all of the platforms.
Yeah, the world needed Ichiban and Hatsune Miku meeting. Exactly, Goku.
I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
Oh, they are gonna show it. What the fuck? What the fuck is Minecraft Steve doing in here? That's not even the one that I was thinking of.
Minecraft and
That's not even the one that got leaked. What the fuck?
Minecraft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios.
Guys, what the fuck?
Across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast...
That's not even the one that got leaked. That's not even the craziest one out there. Yeah, they really said fuck the leaks and just showed everything else. Okay, so this is a Bandai Namco action... What do they say? Action adventure RPG.
Time.
What was the leak? I don't want to say it for those who don't know.
It heals.
But it's a character that you would straight up not expect.
It wounds.
He wore a shadow shirt specifically for what you might have done. They knew. They were like, you know what? You didn't execute Shadow the Hedgehog live on stream, so we're gonna reward you.
But you.
Oh my god.
You have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield.
Yeah, CG cutscene with no gameplay.
The sins of ruin. In this time.
I don't know why, but so that character looks like that one Winter Soldier alt from Marvel Rivals. Okay, so here's the actual gameplay.
Again!
Thank you, Joker. Oh, this is actually just straight up the Winter Soldier alt. Also, why does this look like a Switch game? Oh. Code Vein.
Again!
Interesting. Or are we just going into another? Yeah, the graphic style looked really weird. Like, it straight up looked like a Switch game. Are we in the indie developer power hour? Oh, lol. Now I can hear Clav yelling Joshua's name from a distance. Freaking GLaDOS looking ass. Oh, somebody asked me if I finished Pirate Yakuza. I have not progressed at all since the last time I played it. Although I'm thinking that I will play it off stream, mainly because I have, especially in the summertime, I'm gonna have like no time to. I'm gonna have even less time than I thought I was going to have during the summer, to be honest. So I think I'm just gonna say fuck it and just play it on my own.
At the heart of Mouseburg.
Oh, I remember this.
In the house. There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
Yeah, and I've said this a couple times before, right? Like, my biggest thing, just like with my life right now, is that the only time I really have to play video games is when I set time aside to do these streams. And it's only really like 1 or 2 streams a week, right? Sometimes 3. But even in the summer, like we're getting ready for the wedding and all that jazz, and I'm just gonna have a busy schedule in general. It just means that I can't really get super invested in those longer games.
Let's take a look.
And you know, and I unfortunately, like, it's Game of Thrones, and I unfortunately just like kind of have to accept that, you know, which sucks because I want to play Pirate Yakuza on stream, and I wanna finish Doom on stream, but it just like I literally can't because I just don't have the time for it. Or at least I don't even have the time to set it aside on stream and also play all of the other games I want to play and do the things I want to do. So, and even then, like, after I played that first chapter of Pirate Yakuza, I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in continuing anyways. And I really don't know why. Because I feel like it might be because I know that Pirate Yakuza is kind of like, I don't want to say like a nothing burger game per se, but it's just like, I don't know why, but I have a feeling like it just doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Mainly because of the whole amnesia plot, and then Majima, I'm assuming, is just going to get his memory back. But I don't really think, I just don't know what it would do to contribute to the overall narrative. And I don't know why, I just don't feel as interested in it. I didn't see Witcher 4 gameplay, no. Is this like an alternate universe Game of Thrones where Jon Snow dies or something? Oh no, it's just a strategy game. Never mind. They didn't even show gameplay.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
Thanks, Geoff. I appreciate that.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe.
I thought this game was a shitpost.
It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer
is this a new trailer for a game, or is this
but time has not come yet.
Something that we've seen before? See, this is the problem with video games nowadays, is that there isn't really a unique art style. Like, all of the game companies are all about the super duper hyper realistic graphics and settings and shit. It just feels very samey. Atomic Hearts. I don't know what Atomic Hearts is, so I'm just gonna... Unless you're Suda. Well, yes. That's why I'm saying, like, those... Yeah.
That's right. Atomic
This looks
Heart
like
2
a $100 million Netflix flop.
A spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Mundfish today.
What?
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube.
What else did Mundfish do?
Myself. When it showed up, I was in the
Is
lab.
this Half-Life 3?
See it. You know, I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Graphics of the game.
Of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
I seriously have like zero vested interest in what is being showcased to me right now. It's still Atomic Heart. Are they gonna announce Atomic Heart 3 as what the fuck, guys? Come on. Atomic Heart 3. Halfway through and only one interesting thing was shown. Yeah, and it was Kasuga, Ichiban, and Hatsune Miku interacting with each other.
Massive levitating cube you can see there where the edges are constantly rotating.
Wait, no, we're not halfway through because this is a 2-hour showcase. So we're a fourth of the way through.
All right, let's jump into the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro beat-em-up coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players.
I did see a little bit of this.
Marvel characters to play, but so far only 7 have been revealed. Well,
I don't think we're gonna get more Marvel Tokon, at least not for a while, bro. But like seriously though, what is Marvel doing with their license right now? It's actually kind of crazy what they're doing. I just wish that they would also like to play ball with Capcom. So, and actually, here's the other thing too, because I feel like it was Marvel Games and PlayStation that went to ArcSys for this game idea, right? Instead of it just being Marvel. But why was it Marvel and PlayStation? That's the thing that has me kind of not questioning the most, but that's the thing that has me like the most curious. Oh, Sony went to Marvel and
Oh my world. What is this place?
is this Onimusha? Onimusha.
Also, you don't have a chance.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, are you planning to play this? I might. It really depends on when it comes out. Is probably the biggest thing. I will be completely honest and transparent with you guys. It really does depend on just when it comes out. Because if this comes out in October, I'm playing Ninja Gaiden. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts, Ninja Gaiden. I'll probably play it for like a day or two because I'm able to. And then maybe I'll finish it up on my own or later or something. Like, I honestly don't know. Yeah, I know I'm the Capcom guy. That's why I was saying I'd likely like start it when it releases because I'm the Capcom guy. I gotta represent. But oh, it's coming out next year. Okay, whew. So I have a while.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the
What game on their current roster are you most excited for?
2026 and will be played
Like Marvel, you mean? What game on their current roster?
Completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years. As a team at Son String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane
Marvel. I'm really excited for Marvel Tokon, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Mainly because I don't want it to be 4v4 Guilty Gear Strive.
Expected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action.
I'm sorry, but Marvel is just not feeling what fans want. I actually disagree with that. I think that they know they're they're handing their license out to people that are doing something different and unique, and I think that that's really cool. But I would like to see a universe where Marvel vs. Capcom got to continue, mainly because of the characters, the legacy, and the gameplay. But that's why I'm saying I'm a little concerned about Marvel Tokon, not because I don't think the game is going to be successful and I don't think it's going to be good, but I'm afraid that it's going to be reskinned Guilty Gear. And personally speaking, I'm just not a Guilty Gear player. I'm not a BlazBlue player. I've tried both. It just doesn't vibe with me. The gameplay flow just doesn't vibe with me. So I'm just afraid that I'm not going to enjoy it as much because it's going to feel too much like Guilty Gear. Like, if it played more similarly to how the flow of Dragon Ball FighterZ is, that'd be a completely different story. Like, Dragon Ball FighterZ minus the Super Dash, right? But if it's just Guilty Gear or BlazBlue tag with 4 characters, then I'm just probably not going to enjoy it as much. But I also need to remember that no matter what, it's not going to play like Marvel vs. Capcom. So, but the natural comparison is just there. It's a tag game. It's a Marvel. And that's just how it is, you know.
An ancient white castle.
You like Capcom for Street Fighter and DMC and Resident Evil. You can't forget about Resident Evil. There are other Capcom properties that I really like, but most of them are from the 2000s era, like God Hand, Beautiful Joe. There's a couple of other ones that I'm just kind of blanking on right now, but like I'm not to say that I'm very selective on what Capcom is doing right now, but it's like Capcom's big titles right now are Monster Hunter, Street Fighter, and Resident Evil. And only within the past 5 years have I started enjoying Resident Evil and Street Fighter. So you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy other Capcom games more than those. Like, I really liked Kunitsugami, but I know that that was a very niche title for them.
by items.
I'd love to see a Beautiful Joe remaster or resurgence or whatever, but I know that that game is going to sell like shit.
Discover one of your own as a wolf.
That's why I'm really curious about how well Okami 2 is going to sell. Because I feel like if they have this big deal about Okami and it sells like shit, then why would they resurrect Beautiful Joe? Why would they resurrect God Hand? Like, why would they give Kamiya any more work if Okami 2 doesn't do great?
That was Killer in, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix where you
I still have to play Hulk Ultimate Destruction. That would be really cool.
Skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. I know it's been a while. Their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated.
Okay, I can keep talking.
I'm excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world.
I don't like how Black Panther gets canceled. Spider-Man DLC, updates on Wolverine, Rise of Hydra, Spider-Man 3. People also want the Spider-Man multiplayer game. How can Spider-Man 2 be dead so quickly? I can give you a pretty clear answer on that. I think that Spider-Man 2 died so quickly because the game wasn't finished. And then I'm assuming that as they were coming up with the ideas and possibilities for DLC, they either ran out of money and needed to kick it into high gear for Wolverine and Spider-Man 3, or the leaks had a very big impact on their information and security and like all that stuff, right? And I think the other thing too, and this is just me, and I actually said this before, so I'm not gonna elaborate on it too much, but one of the things that I thought of was that if Insomniac spend all of their resources working on Spider-Man, and then once Spider-Man went gold, they could have a smaller team split up into for the DLC, and then they could have the team working on Spider-Man 2, then working on Wolverine. Once the Spider-Man 2 DLC wraps up, they can be pushed to Wolverine to finish the Wolverine game. And then once Wolverine goes gold, they can either do DLC if they wanted to, or they could have the same process of we're going to split the team up so that way we have a smaller team on Wolverine, and then the larger team is now going to be focusing on Spider-Man 3. But the way that I'm interpreting it is that they basically took Insomniac, split it in half. Half of them's working on Spider-Man 2, half of them's working on Wolverine.
Finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres.
Oh, that's Dune and not Doom. Anyways,
It arrives on PC in
and that was that, right? And that's not to that's also not mentioning too that they also have Ratchet and Clank under their belt too. That's another thing. This looks like one of those canceled 1 week after release games. Look more like fighters to me. No, there was... I hate to be that guy where I'm like, no, it did not look like fighters. It did not look like fighters. The flow of the gameplay was straight up Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue like. Whereas Dragon Ball FighterZ is... It's more fast paced. Especially with like the combo inputs and whatever. It was just like... If you watch a clip of Guilty Gear and you watch a clip of Dragon Ball FighterZ, you can tell the big difference, and then go back and watch Tokon and you'll be able to see. It really is just the flow and the hit stop that tells it, you know. They haven't done a Ratchet and Clank game in so long. Well, Dylan Knight, that's exactly what I'm saying though, right? Is that it feels like they're just one team. And if you take a team and you divide it into 3 different projects, each project is going to take forever to come out. But if you take a whole, like the whole team working on one game, that one game could potentially come out faster. And then you just repeat that same process. Like there's a reason why RGG is able to make a new Yakuza game every single year. And now they have a whole bunch of other projects that they're working on too. Don't you think we should at least get a Marvel's Spider-Man 2099? I mean, I'd rather they finish up everything else first. Just got done with like that. Many people still want DLC. People still wanting to play the game, at least with fresh shoots, more weather types. Yeah, it's just like, like I said, I think it was just a unfortunate byproduct of they ran out of time, and also not to mention the fact that Sony, after acquiring Insomniac, they're the ones paying the bill. So if they tell Insomniac we want this game out in October, they have to get the game out in October. Otherwise, everyone loses their job. You know? Whereas before, Insomniac was just a dev studio, and they weren't owned by PlayStation at the time, but they were I gotta see what this is first. This is probably another Nothing Burger game. So anyways, yeah, exactly. And that's probably why the multiplayer game got canceled, was because it would just have just separated the team even more. And like, I think it's cool that they had this idea in concept, but what I think some people don't understand is that these things happen in video games all the time, right? Like, ideas happen, pitches happen, but they're really just that. And something that might seem like a great idea and that a lot of people want might not be feasible at the time. Or maybe they recognize that if they had a live service Spider-Man game with multiplayer, then that would be in competition with something like Concord. So that's why they didn't go through with it. Like that sort of thing, right? It's like the concept of like, if you have, there's only so much time that a gamer can invest in, right? And if you're constantly investing in like this live service game, this live service game, this live service game, you're not really investing into it, right? You have to pick and choose. So like if I'm playing, like, let's say Fortnite, right? If I'm playing Fortnite and I'm playing Marvel Rivals, and then I decide to pick up Multiverses, that's 3 different live service games that I'm playing, and I would have to devote time into, right? But there are 3 different companies. So why would one company, like DC, for example, have 3 live service games? You're gonna have to choose one, or you can choose none. So
What happened while I was out?
I love Soulsborne, but enough already. Summer Game Fest should just be turned into Soulsborne Fest. The Nothing Burgers are getting better and better graphics. Well, Zach said it perfectly, and I'd like to echo his statement. This looks like one of those canceled 1 week after release games. Was that another mobile game? I swear to God.
A rat in the vessel. Such a tiny nuisance.
Yeah, like the multiplayer shit would have been cool. And if it's just kind of baffling to me that they decided to go with Concord instead of that. But again, also thinking about like, it could have also just been a proof of concept, right? That could have eventually come to fruition. I forgot if there was a specific reasoning why it was canceled.
New Metroidvania platform,
but it also was leaked. Like, and honestly, like real talk, guys, we were never meant to see it. That's another thing.
Motion co-op platformer.
So
everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
I don't know what the next big one will be that everyone begins to copy. Honestly, that's a good question, because before it was Overwatch, and then it was Fortnite, and now it's Elden Ring. And this one is just a direct copy of It Takes Two.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13.
Not gonna lie, the state of play got me too excited to watch this today. Honestly, I think so too.
Summer Game Fest trailer.
Because the state of play was so good that it made me forget that sometimes Summer Game Fest is mid.
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than
How many games have they shown this presentation with this art style? Like the stop motion art style, it honestly wasn't that many. But like it's cool, but it's just like
remind them of their obligations.
I guess I was talking more about like it was like a It Takes Two clone basically.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo.
That game shouldn't have been that big of a budget to the point where they lost more than actually being thoughtful on what games to sell at best. Honestly, the fact that they canceled so many other games and basically forced them to make a game like Concord for it to flop as badly as it did is pretty crazy.
It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
If this is Mafia, this is interested. I think this is Mafia.
And who are you, Enzo?
Yep.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass.
How Naughty Dog and Insomniac don't fuck with both Crash and Spyro. You know, Zach, you're right. We could get Street Fighter Season 3 today. Because the season just ended. And Season 2 was announced around this time last year. I'll get my Kingdom Hearts 4 today, right, AJ? Listen, if Kingdom Hearts 4 gets announced, I will apologize to Shadow the Hedgehog for threatening him as much as I did over these past couple days. I think the realistic graphics do have their place, but they don't always have to be there. Like, you know, something like a superhero game with the realistic graphics is really cool to make yourself really feel immersed that you are the character that you're being. But there's also a novelty of having the more cartoony art style and cell shaded stuff and doing things that are a bit more unrealistic, like Ultimate Spider-Man, like being able to double jump in the air and stuff like that for movement that just, like, you know, gets the brain going and like gives you that little boost, the little tingles that you need. Oh my god, who the fuck are you?
I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon.
I only say that just because she just randomly appeared. I was like, who the hell's this lady?
Attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters.
And this is where they're gonna announce Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 3.
I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
Huh?
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers.
Is this gonna be like a TMNT or Marvel Cosmic? You know what I mean? Like I'm like the action. Yep, it is. I genuinely thought you jinxed it.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P.
Lies of P DLC.
Expansion to Lies of P that transports
strategy game.
with new characters.
That's the genre I was thinking of.
And bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
The Souls-like that Souls liked like never before. And see, this was this is what I was talking about like a couple years ago, where like all these games were getting all these like game of the year, like high praise, selling a bajillion copies, and really all they had to do was just copy the Soulsborne formula, and there you go. Right? Like we had this, we had Black Myth Wukong. There was another one. Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade's another one. The fact that I can name 3 examples off the top of my head is kind of crazy. Do you like Souls-like games? Like, I do, but I don't. I enjoy them. However, I think that there are a lot of cases where I think it's overhyped. And the reason why I think they work as well as they do is because they pretty much copy a formula from... They copy the formula from a whole other company whose trademark is literally making these types of games, right? So...
Yes, that's right.
I feel like if there was a trademark on the Soulsborne genre, then all of these games would be fucked.
The small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill.
I personally didn't like playing Stellar Blade, at least the demo, and I had no interest in buying it, continuing it, like whatever. I just played the demo. And this is what I liked for... Oh, that was a DLC. And that's why I like the idea of these games having demos, is because, like, I probably wouldn't have bought Stellar Blade anyways, because, you know, $70 retail game. But for me, I just wanted to get a sense of what the game was about, and maybe I would have been convinced to buy it because I enjoyed it, right? That's what happened with Final Fantasy 16. I had no interest in playing Final Fantasy 16 when it came out, and then I played the demo and I fell in love with it, and it was my favorite game of, what was it, 2023, I think?
Beautiful. Broken.
Mine is Hi-Fi Rush, I think, which also came out in 2023. But playing the demo of Final Fantasy 16 literally motivated me to get the game and pre-order it, so it came out the next week. And then Stellar Blade gave me the exact opposite feeling, where I played it and I realized this was not the game for me, so I didn't buy it. I also think that Lies of P is overrated, because the thing that makes it as good as it does, in my opinion, because I did enjoy it, is a lot of people, when you play a video game and your first instinct is to say that it plays like this other game from this other series, I think that's a huge calling card.
All right, NCSoft is expanding its...
Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't fucking matter. But I think the reasons... Like, I think it's just more so because I think that the Souls-like genre is very oversaturated for me. And that's not to say anything about the people who do enjoy those games, but I think the main reason why people enjoy those games is because it's a Souls-like genre. And again, that's totally fine. It's just, you know, think of it this way. Like, I just think that it's... I don't want to say it this way, because it's like... The reason why it is as good as it is because it copies a whole other genre of games, right? And that's fine, but you got to think, like, if that's the reason why it is as good as it is and why it's as well received, it's just something to kind of take note of. You know, like, it would be like if there was a game out there that directly copied Devil May Cry, like a AAA game that directly copied the style of Devil May Cry, I'd enjoy the shit out of it. But I would acknowledge that the only reason why I like it is because it's just Devil May Cry. That's kind of why I want to play the original God of War games, and I also want to play The Nightmare Before Christmas. Because from my understanding is that those games are basically exactly as I described. And then God of War eventually evolved into what it is now. But I'm curious to see what my thoughts would be playing the older God of War games. I saw this one comment when you were voting for the Game Awards, and it said if Sadly just a Souls game, then so is God of War. Yeah, I remember seeing that comment. That's a silly comment. No, it's like, it's the camera angles, it's the way that you're talking to people when like a cutscene is presented, or like the talking dialogue. It's like the style, the flow of the game. And you got to think of it too, like if you put the games side by side, like Stellar Blade, at least from what I saw, had actual cutscenes with it though, and like set pieces. But at the end of the day, like the camera angles and the way that you kind of progress throughout the game, it just felt like a Souls game, but with more panache, I guess. Whereas the Lies of P is just straight up a Souls game, with even down to like walking up to a player or an NPC, and you're there stationary, you can move the camera around, and then they talk to you while you're just in there. Like, no cutscene required, you know? Oh, this is The Witcher.
5.6 is available today. This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal.
God of War is not Soulsborne, it's just combat buttons. Yeah, exactly. God of War is just a third-person, over-the-shoulder action game.
That Mongol Dive will be exclusively
Has nothing to do with the Soulsborne genre at all.
We find a way.
Are you finishing up? No, we have like another hour.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us.
See, God of War, like I said, from my understanding, was a DMC game that eventually just turned into a third-person action game. Yeah, now we're actually halfway through and still only one interesting thing was shown.
Find a way.
Our style is cool, but the combating is okay, but is apologetically a Gooner game. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Ninja Gaiden's another example of that, too. And I'm very interested in playing Ninja Gaiden, too, and seeing the comparison. Like, modern Ninja Gaiden, you know? Because modern Ninja Gaiden was something else before DMC, and then they, you know, basically took that formula.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower.
Mina continues our tradition.
God of War 1 to Ascension are
refining
half
retro
DMC, but
gameplay
half
for
its
a
own
new
thing. I
generation.
see.
It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend.
Also,
This year,
for Summer Game
we're
Fest,
bringing our next bona fide classic.
is there a convention for Summer Game Fest, or is it literally just a press conference? Like, you know what I mean? Zach, I think this is our next game. Especially if it's multiplayer. Oh, it said that a demo was out, but when's the demo out?
All right. This is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done... Yeah. Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right, well...
A demo out now.
Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, waved. All right, let's take a look.
Oh, wait, what?
Red Band trailer. Hell yeah.
Is that Ryan fucking Reynolds?
Work with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first
Oh my god, and I can actually play this because I have a MetaQuest. Deadpool VR.
Oh, hi, new friend.
Oh, hello.
Escape the turd burger of late stage.
Wait a minute, the fact that I can actually play this?
VR magic and wonder.
Actually pretty cool.
The elderly and this fucking thing with hip hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time.
And see, what was I talking to you about that comic book art style too?
Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome.
Yeah, they're definitely capitalizing on the Deadpool. Dude, you were able to get his head off and then use that as a projectile? That's so cool.
Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
That's cool. Yeah, I will, I'll definitely be getting that.
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool, all right.
Oh, it's Neil Patrick Harris?
After Gamescom, we announced Dying Light the Beast, the culmination...
That actually did sound like Ryan Reynolds. That was a pretty good impression.
Games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival.
I'm sure that letter didn't just piss some people off.
Some big news, the release date.
Do you think these gaming events are now boring, or do you think they're better than E3? I mean, E3, like, so E3 as a convention was really cool, and I always wanted to go to E3, but at this point, it just kind of seems more plausible to not have those events and instead just have something like this, right? Because think of it this way, it saves them so much money by just streaming the games on their own. They make a fuck ton of YouTube money revenue off of it instead of having to set up at the pavilion and hire staff and whatever. So it's just, I feel like from a business standpoint, it just makes more logical sense to do it this way. But I do wish that there was a physical convention that we could go to in order to try out these games. And I know that there are some, but Is this Left 4 Dead?
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me. All the agony he...
Also, that sounds like Chris Redfield.
Damn right I do.
Oh, Dying Light. Gotcha. Makes sense. Cool. That is pretty neat.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
Oh, so after this, they have their own live stream
There's the
event.
big
That's
news.
cool.
Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur, and Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
Okay.
What are we doing? Hanging out. Getting
Also, so to answer Dark Spider's question as well, when you really think about it, these events are kind of like an advertising money-making machine.
About to change.
You know what I mean? Because, like, think of it this way. It's like
Your greatest hits.
all of the YouTubers, all of the content creators, they do all their live streams and whatnot, and they get a bunch of ad revenue for it. The people who are showcasing these trailers are paying Summer Game Fest to show these trailers, so they're making a bunch of money. They have the advertisements and whatever on the not on the live, but on the replays that people want to watch, and then they get to just put the trailers on their own YouTube channels and make even more money that way. So it's just like,
And with the soundtrack,
it really is just a money-making machine, you know? And that's kind of cool, just thinking about, like, the advertisers that are literally just paying all of that money for the ads and whatever.
experience it for yourself. Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
And I mean, like, Maximilian Dude's stream the other day had, like, I think it was 80,000 concurrent viewers.
You have seen it.
That shit's crazy.
A beautiful world where harmony reigns.
Max made fucking bank on Wednesday.
Until your last fleeting moment.
Yeah, because he was losing it for 5 hours straight.
There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is
Alright.
gorgeous. Take this.
Don't care. That's okay, though.
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Across YouTube and Twitch, the total concurrent viewership was 80,000.
Everyone, are you with me? We will live on.
I'm just not a strategy game person. That's just me.
No matter what hardships await.
It's cool for the strategy game players. It's just not for me.
We fight for a future filled with hope.
And then I know we have Xbox on Xbox on Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to watch that, I'll be honest with you guys. But we'll see. Rank the most top 10 most attractive hack and slash playable characters.
Spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built
I
an intense
swear
action beat 'em up with brutal
to
hand-to-hand
fucking
combat
God.
set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
If it's a Souls-like, I'm gonna lose my shit.
They left me with nothing. No justice. No peace. Just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Oh, thank God, it doesn't look like a Souls-like. Oh, hey, that was a B-twist. B-twist round. This feels very Yakuza slash Shifu or Sifu-esque. Oh, with parkour and shit too? Yo, like actually though? Actually pretty cool. The music is also really nice. Oh, dropkick into a kip up, that's mad cool. Like literally just for the martial arts and parkour choreography alone, I'm interested.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for
that was cool.
From Montreal-based tribute games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
What? I was just about to say, is it Scott Pilgrim? No kidding, they're making another Scott Pilgrim game. That's awesome. You know, I never actually played any of the Scott Pilgrim games. I should do that. They're definitely capitalizing. Actually, you know what I said? What I said about the like the Netflix animes, they still apply. We got a Scott Pilgrim Netflix anime a couple years ago, and now we have a new Scott Pilgrim game. That's awesome.
Scott Pilgrim is back with his fists flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time.
Now bring out Michael Cera.
With Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online.
The Sonic Racing Crossroads Collector's Edition was shown. Ooh.
Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be
Can you link it?
But first, we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Wait, what?
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around.
Why are you telling me that all the Resident Evil games are discounted?
Wisely.
You didn't need to do that to me, dog. Why did they do that? Just to tell us that all of the games were on sale? So odd. Holy cutscene direction. That was, yeah, that, I mean, from a cutscene, that was really cool.
Humankind has been obsessed.
Ooh, Spider-Man Web of Shadows remastered, that would be nice.
Now, a glorious
Bro,
morning has dawned.
I saw someone giving the L. I don't want it. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Oh my god. Virgil? Ugh.
Now I'm a little motivated.
Yeah, this is pure slop. I agree.
Your hard just got harder.
Oh, all of the middle schoolers are gonna love this one. But yeah, I like I said, I just think it's weird that during these presentations they're like, oh, yeah, they're advertising for sales. I don't know. I just think that that's weird.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens speed on. I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
Is this gonna be another super high realistic graphics game?
It's activating.
Sounds like it. Well, this game comes out in like, what, a month, it said? Oh, hey, that's cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak.
Oh, it comes out in 4 days.
We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th.
Yeah, another
from
DMCA song,
Build
probably.
Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week,
What if they show the same fucking trailer?
we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming.
As a Turkish person, you can totally hear his accent.
2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Wait, huh? What? Okay, so this is James Bond. Bro, is Agent 47 gonna be in fucking James Bond?
The elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties
Oh.
to the underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris.
He looks
Our clients have deemed this
hideous.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into...
So I was right.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper.
It's Agent 47
Names are for
as James Bond.
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Oh, play now for free? So that'll give us a taste of...
Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now.
Yeah.
Thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's
right. Yeah, it was the villain from Casino Royale.
Great Mad Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh my God.
Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it.
I
You know, this is
am gonna wait like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna download the.
means a lot to me.
I'm gonna download it.
Reason so when Haggard gave
Maybe
me
we'll play it today.
into the shoots of the Schiffer once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just
One
a
second.
brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless.
And see, what did I tell you guys about the demos, right?
The violence.
That shit's cool. Because then we can actually play this stuff, and I will probably be more convinced to buy the game now.
In a casino in Paris,
Let's
we want
see.
to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale.
Let me see if it's live
while
right
keeping
now.
Surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very
Okay, so 007 First Light is on there,
He's not going to beat me in poker.
but I don't see any
Something else out.
add-ons.
So I guess it is not just about the shot.
So maybe if I just type in Hitman.
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Schiffer is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow. All right. Well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
Okay, so in a few hours. All right, never mind.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see you.
Good stuff.
All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so
Bond, 47, or John Wick? I feel like it would be John Wick still.
We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest to collect the most
Oh my god, it's just Mario Party but with Legos.
or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings.
That's a dragon.
Ugh. Okay, hold on.
And what about our amazing mini games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
60 mini games. Whoa! It's just Mario Party, but with Legos. Whoa! Oh, that was like a Lego Ninjago. That's cool.
The Joker 2077 says, walking by the wall. Shy 1, the shadows will not fall. Shy 1 is silently ignored. Quiet 1, discouraged by the noise. Quiet 1, living without choice. Quiet 1 is a life without a voice when you can't even say my name. Has the
Is that a copy pasta?
feeling them? Go on, call my name. I can't play this game, so I ask again, will you say my name?
All
Has
right,
the
next
memory
a new
gone?
look at a
Are
new
you
team.
We have a half hour left.
invisible?
20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce
Think we'll be getting Final Fantasy VII, but the hell no. That game came out last year.
let's see what it means to get in.
We still need Kingdom Hearts 4, my guy. Bro, Final Fantasy VII will have all 3 games come out before Kingdom Hearts 4 at this point. Yeah, an actual... well, we do get actual Lego games, but they're not very good now, from what I've been told. Like, the Skywalker Saga, I heard, like, is phenomenal. I haven't played it yet. I think I have it on PlayStation Plus or whatever. It looks great. from what I saw when it came out, it was great. But then they had Lego, what was it? Lego Lost Horizon Zero Dawn, whatever the hell it was. And that apparently bombed super hard, to no one's surprise. Like, that's just a weird one to have. Like, I don't know. I don't know why they thought that Lego Horizon Zero Dawn would be a good idea.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op.
When was Kingdom Hearts 4 even announced at this point?
After the show,
was it 2022?
Here is the
or was it
global
2021?
reveal of Blighted.
They keep trying to make Horizon fetch it. It's not. Yeah, exactly. Like, Horizon... Like, I have no interest in Horizon, but I personally don't understand what the big deal is around it. And it's like, when they make it into a Lego game, it feels like they're trying to make it, like you said, fetch, or try to get a wider audience into it. But the kids don't care about Horizon. Do you know what they care about? They care about fucking Spider-Man. Like, is it a similar situation to The Last of Us, where, like, The Last of Us is cool, but at this point, everyone's kind of sick of it? Bro, I want Lego The Last of Us. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on, chat. Hear me out. Lego The Last of Us, but when Abby kills Joel with the fucking golf club, and like she takes the swing happens and you just hear the crinkle of the Legos, just the
coming up right after the show and Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label.
I haven't seen Minecraft the movie used in any games yet. That's definitely coming. Oh, for sure. We're gonna get a Jack Black Steve skin in Minecraft. I'm surprised that hasn't happened already. Is this Resident Evil 9? Nah, guys, I'm convinced this is Resident Evil 9. No, this is Resident Evil 9. It has to be. This is Resident Evil 9. It's gonna cut to a shot of Leon S. Kennedy saying, "Where you going? Bingo." If this isn't Resident Evil 9, then they just straight up copied Biohazard. Death Stranding 2-second trailer. Okay, that was cute. I know it wasn't Resident Evil 9. I was just joking. I thought, like, with the ill thing. Yeah, Village. Yeah, I thought they were going to do something like that, and then it was going to be like Resident Evil 9.
You explore a sci-fi universe and pilot.
I was thinking. I was hoping. Yeah.
As a top wish-listed game,
I had my bases covered either way.
When is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
on what is best, not just make something and get mad when people aren't interested. We didn't ask for those types of games. Yeah, but the fans also don't know what they want either. I didn't know that I wanted Marvel Rivals until it happened. So like that's just a really good, like that's a really good example of something that's like, I never would have thought that Marvel Overwatch would have been a good idea, but then it was, and it's like, holy shit. You know, you don't really think about it until you play it and you try it, or the idea is made. Like a hero shooter with Marvel characters is so fun, but I never would have thought of it. But that's a, well, Umbrox, they do put out surveys. Various companies put out surveys to gauge interest on what players want. And that's how we have Yakuza again. Because people were saying, we want Yakuza. Like, if you put these games on the digital marketplace or you bring them to the West, we will buy them. And it only took until Yakuza 0 for the series to really take off in the West. You know, not every game or every series is gonna be a banger right away. That's the other thing too. Like a new IP is typically going to struggle unless you copy the Soulsborne formula. But I mean, that's why all of Capcom's new IPs are really struggling right now. You know, like Exoprimal, Kunitsugami, all of those games are not, like, didn't really sell all that well because they were new IPs that, let's be honest, no one really cared about. Monster Hunter was a pretty niche title for a long while until when, like, Monster Hunter, I think Monster Hunter World was the really big one that made a gajillion dollars, and now we get a new Monster Hunter game every couple of years.
Mechanicals approaching.
We must now face a...
Yeah, would RE9 with microtransactions. RE9 would sell more. I already know. Resident Evil is just too big compared to DMC, unfortunately. I will say that DMC is the tier under Resident Evil, I feel. It's like World is up top, and then we have Resident Evil, and then I believe right there is Street Fighter and Devil May Cry. The problem with Devil May Cry, though, is that it is such a complicated game that it takes forever to make, and it's very expensive to make. At least what I would compare to like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 8. Like I feel like Devil May Cry is a series because of how complicated it is and because of how much time and attention and care has to be put into the combat compared to something like RE4 Remake where you have third-person shooter gameplay with parries, you know?
Happy birthday.
Oh!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Happy birthday to you.
30th anniversary. I looked on Instagram for a second and I saw that it was the 30th anniversary. Susie posted something. Oh my God. 30th anniversary. Oh my God. Just a blink of an eye more and it'll be ready. Oh my goodness. Fuck.
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message.
No, it was just
when the time is right.
It was a teaser of
the anniversary of Resident Evil.
Oh my God.
It's time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Yeah, they just keep baiting us. Damn it. Bro, I was this close.
Let's rumble.
Holy shit! Oh, it's the Capcom Power Hour right here. Okay, so Alex. Who the fuck are you? Oh, wait! Oh my god, Sea Viper! Oh my god. I would like another guest character. I think another guest character would be fun, but that's just me. Ingrid. Is that a new character? All right, who's the last one? Oh, it's Balrog. No, wow, I feel so stupid. Oh, please don't cancel me. So Ingrid's the new character. Oh, and we got Sagat gameplay. Why the fuck did I say Balrog? Well, so we were right. There's season 3. I'm not gonna lie though. That announcement is not okay. Season 2 of Street Fighter with Terry and Mai was so cool that announcement's a bit underwhelming. Sea Viper making a return is pretty cool though. Ingrid is from Street Fighter Alpha. Okay, so it's just returning characters. Gotcha. Why the fuck did I say Balrog? Oh, I feel like such a poser, dog. I'm so sorry. Really hope Blade doesn't get canceled. No, I'm pretty sure that Blade would be shown on Sunday because of Xbox. Oh, State of Play was better. No shot. State of Play was 100% better than this. The biggest announcements that I feel like we've been excited about here was Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and RE9 is still coming. But that's why I do these streams, because these shows are mid, but at least we have fun with it.
Adios.
Yeah, 100%, Zach. Do you feel like fans become hateful when they don't announce certain games like Wolverine or Spider-Man 3 or Venom? Oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like how in every Sony State of Play, everyone's expecting a Bloodborne remaster.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of...
We have about 20 minutes left.
In the 1970s, as you saw, the closed alpha...
Oh, God.
This year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
I've been waiting for the perfect time to take a bathroom break. This is that time. I'll be right back.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends. What will it take to finally awaken you?
Shadow. Come on, stay. Stay, Shadow. Oh my God. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Geoff said my my Winter Soldier code word. It was new Chinese Souls-like. That's all I needed to leave the room.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
I'm sorry, what? What did I just walk into? What the fuck? A Wu-Tang Clan action game? What the fuck? That's so wacky.
Ghostface Killer is
Also, I love how you guys can still see Shadow the Hedgehog just chilling over
the
in the
Receiver
back.
is a new co-op action RPG.
He's gonna stay like that forever.
And it's the debut title from the 53
I don't think it works.
Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including
Oh
player
my
housing
God.
and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
Yeah, I'm sure I missed nothing.
Where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me.
FF14 better? Probably. You're probably right. But Final Fantasy 16 is better than Final Fantasy 14. Honestly, it is 100% my personal bias, but out of all the Final Fantasy games that I played, I enjoyed 16 the most. Is this... No, this isn't Genshin, but it's basically Genshin. Shadow's Trauma. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Arsene. Yeah, there's a demo for 16, and it convinced me to buy the game. Like, no shot. Mike, I gave so little shits about Final Fantasy 16. Every time I saw it in a showcase, I would get annoyed. Because I just did not give a shit. But they had a demo, and I went, you know what? Sure, I'll play the demo and see how it is. And I'm not even kidding, that day I pre-ordered it. I got off my stream. I called my buddy who works at my local game store, and I was like, yo, I want to pre-order Final Fantasy 16 right now. That shit was fire. Are we thinking anything? I think there's going to be a big reveal at the end. It's either going to be a big reveal or a big update, but I hope that it's not that one game where it was like the one game that they showed at fucking, what'd you call it? The Game Awards.
Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Oh, they have to censor it because it's on
Here is
Nintendo.
another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Someone got very excited about Switch 2. That's you. By the way, Zach, when is your Switch coming in? Oh, tomorrow? Oh, sick. Did you hear about the GameStop employees that were stapling the receipt onto the box and damaging the Switch screen?
Get well soon. Maybe it's too much for someone like you.
Okay, see, now I'm actually a little more interested in this. It says that this is alpha footage, though.
It won't always be so easy.
Now I'm a little motivated.
This looks like a classic PS2 game. Yo, they don't make games like this anymore. Like, straight up.
You still look a little unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games.
You know, I really should be taking note of which games I should wishlist on Steam, because that one I actually looked nice.
Now, with the help from our amazing
Was Cyberpunk Switch 2 necessary? Probably not.
Why? Because I grew up playing Halo.
But it's also the fact that they can put these games on the Switch now, that more games like that are going to be coming to the Switch too.
With Splitgate 2, we
It's just how it is, right? Like, that was the thing that they were trying to do with the Switch for the longest time, was that, like, you know, with the Wii and then the Wii U, people didn't want, like, companies didn't want to put their games on
the scale and intensity of
Nintendo consoles because they wouldn't play ball with the controller. Like, I remember that one interview where the guy was like, he was looking at the gamepad, he's like, what the fuck am I doing with this? Like, we literally cannot do anything with this with our game, so why would we waste money to make it available on the Switch, right? But now that, or on the Wii U, excuse me. But with the Switch, you can play it with the motion controls and shit, or you can just use a Pro controller, or, you know, whatever. And you actually have good hardware to work with too, so you don't have to reduce the graphics on the Switch 2 now. So yeah, you may as well port the game to the Switch 2. I don't know how much it would cost, but I feel like it would be... God damn it. Another. This game is like, hey, yeah, I've played Splitgate. Splitgate's so much fun. It really is Portal mixed with Halo. But is this like... I saw a thing and it looked like Battle Royale-ish. Yeah, this looks like a battle royale. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Splitgate when I was playing it with a buddy of mine. And I would honestly like to play more. Like, Splitgate is one of those games where, like, if I had more time, like, if I was in middle school or high school and I had nothing to do after school, I would get on and play Splitgate. All right, we got 10 minutes for something. Oh, wait a minute. Is that this is the one, is this the RGG game? Or am I thinking of something else? The protagonist just looked similar. Well, now it looks like an RGG game, Nomad. That's what I fucking thought. Boom, you can't trick me. Boom. And this is why I get paid the big bucks. Oh my God, what? Everyone just cleared out. Oh my God. You want to know what's crazy? These are all new animations, baby. We're so back.
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Wait, what the fuck was that? So does he have superpowers?
We saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio.
Stranger Than Heaven.
1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on there.
Wow.
All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have
Yeah,
one
that's
final,
really cool.
very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new
5 minutes of Death Stranding 2, baby. Let's go. But yeah, Nomad called it. The date was different.
Time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
So it's a reveal. I swear to God, it is Death Stranding 3. Those fucking assholes. I love you, but I'll be mad if it's not what I want. Shadowrun. The abbreviation is STH.
Grace.
Would this be a Silent Hill game?
Grace Ashcroft.
After they just announced a Silent Hill game?
Oh, coming.
Dude, if this was RE9, that would be the biggest prank ever.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now.
Yeah, it does look like what would be the REX engine that they were talking about, you know?
Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Is this a sequel to something?
Grace.
What is this?
They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one.
The guy with the poncho looked familiar though, but I don't know where I'm like it reminded me of Judgment basically. So
I've seen the same shit I've seen.
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Whoa! 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 Oh my God! Did they fucking punk us? Oh, you fucking bitches! You punked us! You punked us! You punked us, you assholes! Oh, I will never forgive you! What? February!
There you have
motherfucker, you punked us!
Will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th.
Fuck you!
Evil Requiem.
Fuck you, you assholes!
Both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror.
Oh, you
high-stakes cinematic
dickheads!
With much more to share soon, leading up to its launch on February 27th.
No, the 9 was there. The Requiem.
Amazing.
That's a 9.
Capcom. That was an amazing announcement.
That's a 9.
The surprise. All right. That's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job?
Oh my god, yeah, I saw the 9. Unbelievable. You punked us.
I can't believe it.
I cannot believe the Capcom did that to me.
Right, well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch.
Oh my god, you assholes. You assholes.
Stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest.
Oh my god.
This weekend in LA.
And make sure
I cannot believe it.
Devs, which is coming up next.
Oh my god, and Reaping joined in just in time.
Around the world and deeper looks at
Oh, dude.
showcase today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're going back to Raccoon City.
Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom.
Now I'm a little motivated.
19th. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, Geoff, you can shut up now. Hold on.
Please know that.
I'm watching that shit again. I cannot believe it.
Time for you to. Alyssa died 8 years ago.
It said, what was it, Melissa?
Again!
Yeah, hold on.
Was murdered.
Hello there.
It was for some reason, this was the thing that made me think of like, okay, I've seen something like this from. So actually, so here's the thing, right? Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So somebody said that it didn't look like the RE engine, but a couple years ago they announced that they were upgrading the RE engine to what was REX, and that's what I said in the trailer. And I feel like this is it. This is the next evolution.
8 years ago.
So they said Melissa. So this could be Rose Winters.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Yeah, and her name's Grace.
Stay close.
Oh my god. All these people are missing. Wait, but so she's working for the FBI though, which is like the government shit, right? So maybe it could be Rose, and they changed her name.
You're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Oh my god, we're going back to Raccoon City. We're going back to Raccoon City.
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
That might have been Chris, too.
My hope.
Everyone's gone.
Bro. Oh my god. What if they didn't show this, though? If they didn't show the RPD... Like, if they didn't show the RPD and then they just had this, that's when I think people also would have started freaking out. So we're back in RPD. Is what it looks like. Yeah, there was the RE9. Oh my god. Unfucking-believable. I cannot believe that those bitches did that to me. Oh my god. Too bad it's coming out the same. I don't care. I don't care about Grand Theft Auto. Oh my god. How does the... Oh yeah, that's a good question, Zach. How does the pun work in Japan? Oh my god. So it's coming out in February, which means that I have a lot of work to do. I have to actually finish my spin-off series then. Fuck me. Okay. So damn it. All right, so I guess when I'm done with Ninja Gaiden, we're just gonna boom, go right into Resident Evil. That's cool. Wow. Wow. The rumor was with Jill and Leon, so my theory is that they put Rose in witness protection if she went with them and they put her in there. It could be, yeah. Oh my god. Comes out on a Friday, thank God. Oh my fucking god, actually. Wow. I have so many emotions now too. There's a lot. There's so many emotions. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. I cannot believe. I feel like I got punked. I feel like I got punked by these bitches. Oh my god. Like in the best way. That was great. That was a great way to end the show. The show was not great. Don't get me wrong. But that was the way you end it. That was a great way of ending the showcase. This entire show was mid as hell. What did we get? We had Sonic the Hedgehog come in at one point, right? Yeah, Sonic Cross Worlds with all the crossovers and shit. Shadow the Hedgehog was not executed live on stream. We had, Mafia was cool. We had, oh my god, the Deadpool game. The Deadpool game was also nice. We had that one brawler beat 'em up game that looked nice. Project Century getting a reveal for the name, and then Street Fighter dude, I'm sorry, that year 3 Street Fighter DLC, the lineup I'm not impressed with. It wasn't super hype for me, honestly. And we're kind of going into the state of like the fighting game DLC issue that I just feel like I'm just kind of having right now, where we had Street Fighter 4 where we had this massive roster, and then you get like the upgrade edition, the ultra edition, the super edition, right? But now we had Street Fighter 5 go through a like 5-6 seasons of DLC, and then we start over with 6, and now we're just getting the same characters over again. And it's happening with Tekken, it's also happening with Mortal Kombat, and it's just like I'm starting to feel a bit of the burnout on the fighting game stuff, because it's just like no other new interesting characters are getting announced for me to want to play in the fighting games, so I just feel very stale. But then they fucking hit us with Resident Evil 9. I cannot believe that those bitches did that. You sons of bitches. I can't believe that you did it. I can't believe that those bitches did that. I can't believe that they did that. I'm happy, but I'm also like, did I not call it? Did I say that they were punking us? I'm gonna have to go back and fucking edit my trailers and shit now. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I bet RE9. Yeah, RE9 saved the show 100%. Other than that, it was a mid as hell show. But oh my god. Yeah. That was great. That was great, actually. It's funny because you know what? I'm willing to bet that Susie fucking knew that this was happening, because she was like, it's gonna be a great showcase. And like I said, on Instagram, she actually made a post about the the like 30th anniversary. So I have a feeling like she knew. She's in there with Capcom, so that would make perfect sense to me that she would know that that was a thing that was happening. God damn. He said Grace Ashcroft. There was an Alyssa Ashcroft in Ari Outbreak, and she was blonde as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some digging. I gotta go through my Resident Evil spinoffs now. Yeah, so here's the plan. The plan is boom, summer, boom, I'm playing Ninja Gaiden in the summer. I will actually finish the Ninja Gaiden games before 4. Beat 4, and then Resident Evil. So, yeah. And I gotta play the other spin-off games for my video, like because I said I was gonna do it anyways, like years ago, and now's the perfect time to do it. So we're gonna do it. I am going to sign off though, so that way I can edit this trailer reaction, and then get some other stuff taken care of. So, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to sign off on YouTube first. So everyone on YouTube, if you want to see another video of mine, you can check it out over on this side of the screen over here. Thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking around. And I hope that you enjoyed at least my commentary of the showcase, if not just the showcase in general. So thanks, YouTube. I hope you all have a great day, and I will